Doug Fresh, you're on. Where's my sheet at? All right. Friday. All right, got that up. I'm sure I mentioned. I know I'm missing some Biggie Popos, Funkos. I know I'm missing some. I know. Check Dylan's room. I know he. All right, let's go. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another Daddy Everyday show. This episode, Dreaming Big. This is probably the most important episode I'll ever shoot because this is me sharing a lot of my big dreams and goals and encouraging you to follow suit as well. And if I can just get one person with the tips and advice that I'm going to give to take action, to really go after their goals, my mission is complete. So I'm hoping that this episode's transform the way that I'm approaching Daddy every day, and I hope it transforms the way that you're taking action in your own life or something that you've been putting off, fearful of because you feel like the goal is too big, too major, and all that stuff. So that's my expectation for this episode. So it's big. So let me get some housekeeping notes out the way. If you're not already subscribed to the text line where I send the reminder about the episode, because I know how life is. You go through your day to day, and next thing you know, it's 8 o'clock on Thursday, and you be like, dang it, I missed the live. Totally understand. So I send a reminder 2 hours, hour and a half before the show. So sign up for that text line. Just send join, JOIN, to 770-706-7. Excuse me. I'm going to start back over because I know I'm not going to ever memorize this. So I'm going to make sure I read and not try to predict the next numbers. 770. And other thing, you guys know how I go off on. I say O. I know it's a 0, but you guys know 0, same thing. 770-706-3780. Once again, to join the text line, send join, JOIN, to 770-706-3780. So some of you guys are already joined on. Thank you for those that I put in so I can test it out. Thank you for not unsubscribing to it. I appreciate that. And I know you guys have noticed my Big Papa Everyday shirt. Cool designer that I've been using for years to do a lot of my shirts and things I had made for my boys. Specially made gifts for you, _, on Instagram. Please go check out the work. Get you something ordered for the summer. I saved this shirt. I've had it for a couple of weeks. I knew I was going to do a show on thinking big, dreaming big. So that's reason I'm rocking this right now. Like one of my favorite saying is think big. Like a lot of things I'm doing with Daddy Every Day, I truly am thinking big. I've been playing low because I'm too humble. That's the one thing I have to get over. So in going through this, I'll tell you guys why me being extremely humble is a gift and a curse. But I want to jump into this because now we're supersized. We're an hour long. But if you add in the things I want to get done on here, and then if you add in the fact that I want to, comment and talk with you guys. Hey there, Love Her Enough CEO. And don't be shy to comment, guys. Just come in, say hi. I am going to need some crowd participation on some of the things I'm going to go over in this. So I would love for you guys to be open. This is a safe space, guys. We're all family now. You guys been following me for, it's been a year. I've been doing the podcast over a year. Some of you guys are new to it. Please go check out some of the older episodes. You can see how I feel I've evolved doing this. and I've grown. You probably can really tell how nervous I was in the beginning. If you think I'm nervous now, I talk fast a lot when I'm really passionate about something. And this is one of those moments where when I'm on the set, I really believe in what I'm putting out here or putting out there to you guys. I really want to see change. There's nothing that makes me feel better when someone comes to me with a question, I help them out, and then down the line they tell me where my advice was the seed, and then I see the fruits of their labors. Like as far as the people I've helped, gave advice to with starting their own nonprofits, writing their own books, and things like that. It humbles me in a good way. Like that's the positive humble. But I'll talk about the negative humbleness that's in me that I think is stunting my growth as far as growing daddy every day. All right. So right now, put in the comments, and if I call it chat, same thing to me. Um, a dream goal of yours, whether it's starting a business, going back to school, losing weight. Put that in the comments because later I'll go through, give some words of encouragement, and maybe you can see by putting it out there. Because first, one of the things you need to do is whatever you're trying to do, you need to put out there because you never know who can help you with that. And it makes it more real for you because as long as you keep it inside, it's something that doesn't necessarily really have to happen. It's not out there. So one of the things with me doing a podcast and books and things, it puts me out there. Like it almost forces me to take action because now people ask, hey, you shooting a podcast this week? Hey, when's the next book? Which I got to tell you, give you guys an update on that as far as my next books, things like that. But let's go ahead and get into some of these tips real quick. How you doing there, Latoya? All right, so here are some of the steps I'm going to give you guys as far as dreaming and thinking big. Like, I know it's already inside of you, like some of your dream goals. I think most of us as adults, we have goals. We probably don't share them. We just get caught up in the day-to-day kind of thing. And so we feel like we can't achieve those, whether because we have kids and financial responsibilities. You feel like you can't really go after what you want. Or you may just feel like you're too old for it at this point. And I'm here to tell you, one of my favorite memes is shows like when Steve Jobs, when they started Disney, the age that everybody was when they finally really got to their big start. And a lot of times they're 40 plus when they really get going. So it's not too late. Like right now, I feel definitely by next year when I hit 50, which is mind blowing. I got to do an episode on that. Just the fact that I'm going to be 50 next year. I turn 49, later this year. I had to hurry and correct myself because Dylan was like, hey, I saw the show. You said you were turning 48. You were turning 49. I know how he do. But it's not too late. It's not too late. And I'm hoping as I go through these steps, you feel inspired to like, you know what? I could really make this happen. It's time to stop playing small ball. And that's part of my humbleness. Keep me playing small ball. And I really need to go big. Someone just told me today, I need to be loud. I need to make noise in what I'm trying to do. So, all right. The very first thing you need to do is define your dream clearly. Now, I have a lot of kind of projects. It's all tied together, like as far as speaking engagements, writing books, workshops. So all of it's connected because it's all part of Daddy Everyday, fatherhood, family. So it's all connected, but it can still send me in different spaces. So for me, the juggling act is defined. What is clearly the most important thing? What should I give most of my energy to? And then in my spare time, which is hard to come by, I'll, do whatever it's the books and all the speaking engagements. And the biggest thing that, should have been the biggest focus, but I pushed back, and I think it's what stopped me from truly growing Daddy Every Day. It's the Daddy Everyday Community and Resource Center. It's been on my heart for the longest time. And in a previous episode, I mentioned how I had the idea. This is like I had the idea, and I shared it with someone that I trusted as far as, or I trusted and looked up to as far as what they're doing in the industry. And they said, "No, you shouldn't open an office. Um, you should just, go to libraries and schools and stuff like that, and not open an office." And I took that advice. At first, it's like, huh? Yeah, so I just took and said, hey, this guy's doing his thing in the industry. And I don't think I've been right since, in the sense of like truly growing, because I want to truly help fathers and men in general too, but like, obviously fathers. And the COVID thing is the biggest thing that shook me, because I had engagements lined up for libraries and school to, like, I was about to go. Daddy Every Day is about to take off. I was going to be somewhere every week. And then when COVID hit, it shut everything down. And just imagine, had I had my center open, I still could have, once, with safety protocols, I could have still ran. I could have still helped fathers and families through that crisis that we were having. I still could have been doing my Daddy Everyday thing. Instead, it's like for like almost 2 years straight, I did nothing with Daddy Everyday. My books were still kind of moving on Amazon and through my online bookstore, but I really didn't push myself with Daddy Everyday. And now it's one of those things that I cannot stop thinking about the community center. Any moment that I'm sitting quiet, I'm thinking about it. When I'm at my day gig, I'm thinking about it. And so now it's like one of those things, I cannot not do it. Like, I have to go full speed ahead with it. So now I know that's the biggest priority right now with Daddy Everyday is getting that open. And to get it open, I have to raise funds. So I'm working on different strategies as far as raising funds. So obviously, I'm going to be hitting you guys up. But I have to change my perspective on it, because I think that's always been my biggest thing, is asking for money from people. And I have supporters, and people have supported when I've had donation drives and things like that. People have supported. So it's not like it can't be done. It's just me just doing it. And then I'm going to hit up, sponsors and things like that, some big donors and things like that. But I have to get over that. That's my uncomfortable part. And if once I come comfortable with doing that, it's a wrap. I know I'm going to achieve big things in this nonprofit space. That's what nonprofits do. So like, that's one thing I'm still drilling in my head. As much as I've done with Daddy Every Day, there's still things I'm still learning and still trying to drill in my head. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are strategies for raising funds and things like that. And it's necessary. That's what nonprofits do. So that's one thing that I'm getting over. So clearly, my clearly defined dream is to open the Daddy Everyday Community and Resource Center. So that's my big goal. All right. Now, once you set this big goal, you have to now make achievable goals. So let's say if you're trying to lose weight, don't say, all right, I'm going to start working out 6 days a week where you were working out no days a week. You have to make it where, okay, this fits my lifestyle. We'll try 2 days a week and go from there. And then that's how you can gauge it and get yourself going. If you haven't been in school since high school and now you're trying to go to college, don't take on a full load, like take 2 classes or something like that. Ease yourself into it. Take online classes to help yourself like get into the groove of thing. You can't, like even with me with the community center, I can't think, okay, now my goal is to raise $25,000 by the end of this month. No, I have to take steps towards it. The goal can be big, but you got to take steps to it. It's the same thing like if you're driving to New York, you're not going to be there in an hour. It's going to take some time, but that's the ultimate goal. You're going in the right direction. Like that type thing. So make sure you're setting achievable goals. So you have to reverse engineer that thing. This is where I want to be. These are the steps I need to take to get there. Like, if you want to do this, I need to, let's say, start a business. You want to start a business. You've had a hobby and you've been, let's say, selling cookies. Like, everyone loves your cookies. Everybody requests your cookies for their family reunions and things like that. So now you're saying, hey, I want a storefront to sell my cookies. What do you need as far as money to start, to get the place, to get the supplies you need? Like, take those steps, like jot all that down, all those things you need. All right, how much do I need to save for my personal funds? How much do I need to raise? Where will I get this equipment? Like, do all those little things right there, which will eventually add up to you opening your own cookie store. So just doing those things, and it'll keep you motivated too. Like, one of the things that keeps me motivated is every day I'm doing something with Daddy every day. Whether I'm working on one of my books that I have coming out, which I will get to, coming up with flyers to advertise for the podcast. So those are little things I do every day to reach my ultimate goal. But now my focus is going to shift a little bit with those assignments that I do every day to more fundraising. What am I doing to get myself out there in the faces of people to raise these funds? So achievable goals. These are small goals that I can do every day that's going to lead up to the big goal. This may be one of the biggest things is you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself and your abilities. A lot of times we like, to be a certain extent, humble ourselves, but we kind of put down ourselves. You think about it like, I can't do that. Like, you see somebody else do something, but you're thinking you can't do that. No reason why. You just put it on yourself that you can't do that. It's kind of like that whole thing with me for years, decades, calling myself shy. Like, nobody put that on me. I did that. So by saying I'm shy, saying I have low self-esteem, I start moving in that fashion. So I wasn't doing the things I, in my heart, knew I was capable of. Excuse me. So I played small ball, like, for my whole life, really. And to be honest, even with the Daddy Everyday thing, before starting the nonprofit, there was a moment where this could have not been a whole thing. I could have doubted myself just enough where I didn't start it. And like, I know I've changed lives, and it could have all not happened had I just doubted myself. Like, one more moment of doubting myself, and none of this Daddy Everyday stuff could have happened. And when I think about that, I'm like, wow. Like, so what am I stopping now by not believing in myself? Like, I believe I 90% believe in myself. There's something in there with me that I'm still blocking, that I'm not allowing myself to be all of me. I'm still, like, decades of not applying myself to the fullest, not believing in myself to the fullest. You know, I'm still trying to overcome all that. So that's a lot to try to overcome. But I still feel like there's a little bit in me that's still stopping myself from really going all in. So I'm still working on that. And I think now I'm better equipped now to try to get through that. And I want you to get through that as well. I know people, and I won't call them out on podcasts, but I think I have to start having those conversations with my friends and family where, why are you playing small ball? You're bigger than this. And one way for me to do it is to inspire. By playing big myself, it'll inspire others to play big. Me starting a nonprofit inspire others to start their own nonprofit. Me writing books, because, like, knowing somebody that is, you know, that you've known and they've done something that you wanted to do, that you want to do, they're working towards even going bigger, inspires you to want to do more and everything. So, but it all starts with you believing in yourself. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get much accomplished. And I bring up losing weight because that's one of those things in life, in my opinion. This is coming from a very slim man. That's so attainable for people, but it just requires the work. A lot of people look at others and think, oh, they don't have to do anything. It's the cards we're dealt. So, but and inside you are the tools. You know the foods you need to eat. You know you need to work out, watch what you eat, and those type things. You can do it. You have to believe in yourself that you can do those push-ups. And it's not going to be easy. I think that's the other part. People want an easy method. They keep searching online, these different diets and all that stuff, because they want the process to be easy. Starting a business, going back to school, none of it's going to be easy. Let me be honest with you. I know the gurus on stuff say, all you got to do is do this and that, and then bam. No, it's going to take work. Because if it didn't take work, everybody would be successful. It's going to take work in your personal life, business life, professional life. It's going to take work. It's going to take sacrifice, but it all starts with you believing that you can do it. Next step is, let me get back to it. Think creatively. Not have to reinvent the wheel, but you have to be unique in the way that you're doing things. Like with doing Daddy Every Day, me finding my niche, in a way, with Daddy Every Day. And one of the things for me is I want to be unconventional with my nonprofit in the sense that as much as I plan to partner with churches, I could totally be at a church right now running Daddy Every Day through a church. The only reason why I don't, and this is, I got a little pushback from, I will say, the church people, is that I want to be established where those that don't quite follow church, not saying those that don't believe, but for those, there's a comfort level when you're down that you feel judged in the church. And like, whether that's right or wrong, I'm pretty sure the church says it's not like that. But if that's my feeling, if I feel I'll be judged in the church because I'm going through this and that type of stuff, it'll keep you away. And I want to create an environment where people don't feel judged. Where it's just, where every day you're just fellowshipping. I want it to be that, but you feel that fellowshipping without judgment. So, like I said, I plan to partner with churches. I can't wait to get to that space where I'm doing that. But I just want Daddy Every Day Community and Resource Center to be in my complete vision. And I feel I'm going down the right path with that. So that's my one way of thinking creatively, like how I'm going to get fathers in and things like that. So with whatever you have going on, I'm going to check the chat soon to see if anybody dropped in what they're trying to work on. And this, I'm telling you, this is a good exercise to put yourself out there. And it's a safe space too. Like, I can see if we had, thousands, which I plan to get to, on here, you'll be a little more hesitant. But it's a small group, and most of you guys have seen each other comment before on other episodes and stuff. So, and I've seen you guys actually interact a little bit too. So I want to definitely keep that coming. Like, this is how you build a bigger community. You start small, and those that are in it interacting with each other. So continue to do so. I'm going to do one more before I get to the chat. Take bold action. Act decisively and with confidence. Be willing to take risks, step outside your comfort zone to pursue your dream. Absolutely. Absolutely. The bold part is what I'm working on. It's being more bold about it, like being more in your face kind of thing, and not like in the telemarketer way, but just like really my presence with Daddy Every Day needs to be bigger, because this is a big deal. It's a big deal. And like I've been told plenty of times, and I appreciate the compliments, your kind words. They're not falling on deaf ears. I do need to be more bold with this. Like, this is what I want to do to make a living. this is what I want to do to change lives, and I have to be more bold with it. I'm not going to change lives if I'm not attracting, larger crowds. It is funny because one of my things is I have no desire to talk in front of a 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people. I would love to do it as an experience, but I feel like the real change in people happens in more intimate settings. Because you think about all the big gurus and they have like 10,000 people in the room for their conference, and those same 10,000 people come next year, and those same 10,000 people come the year after. They're not seeing growth. It's more of an entertainment when the crowd's really big. When the crowd's small, like let's say if you're sitting in a small setting, that's when change happens, because now you get to voice what you're trying to work on. Like it's like you putting your goals in the chat now. Someone may know something that they can pass on to you. I will be able to give my thoughts and advice to you. But when you're in big settings, you're not seen. So I may give tips and things like that, but it didn't quite hit what you need. And so you leave entertained but unfulfilled. That's why I like small settings. So that's part of what I want to do with the community center, is like when I'm having these workshops and just talks with dads, I want to have like just discussion groups and things like that, so we can really get things off our chest. It's like I'm doing the hike. We hike again with Accountability Brother on May 4th. And I love it because we're like, first we're in a big group, we're talking and stuff. And then as we're doing the hike, we group up as like, two guys here or just a group of guys and just talking through things. I mean, I love it. That's the whole vibe I want to have with the community center. But it starts by taking bold action and putting yourself out there. And this show is one of those things. This is a bold thing. And then going live, like in the moment kind of thing. There's no takes, no second takes, third takes, and all that type of stuff. It's just going. So I'm trying, guys. I really am trying. I'm trying to think outside the box, and I got some ideas coming up. So we're going to see how those go. I want to get to the chat to see who else we got in here. My sister is in there. Hey, Tamiko. Make sure I say the O. I do realize I've been saying Tamika all my life. How you doing, Ovi? What's up, Reggie? Thank you guys for jumping in. I really appreciate it. Your time. You got to prioritize your time. I have a lot of things. Like I actually had to cancel Dylan's dental appointment because I just had so much going on today, work and all that other stuff. And I overslept this morning too. My alarm was set low. I thought it was because I was too tired, but my alarm was set low. But throughout the day, take out the tasks that can be shifted to another time. Like if you're trying to really get something accomplished during the day or even the week, take out all the filler stuff. We have a lot of filler stuff. Like I was doing that with Daddy every day. A lot of filler stuff. Like stuff, okay, that's not important. Focus on the important stuff. So, and we don't have enough time. We only have 24 hours. But there's some people who max the hell out of their 24 hours. So you have to do the same with yours. Like we all get the same 24. We all get the 7 days a week. We all get the same month. So like time-wise, it's all still the same. There's nobody who has more time than you. It's what we do with the time. So don't ever say you don't have time. You have to make time. You have to reorganize some things in your life. There's certain things that are that have to be done. I have to go to work. But I don't work 7 days a week. I work 5 days a week. So I still have 2 days. I have vacation. I need to start using that vacation, which is a week or whatever I take that I still get paid, but I'm off, which could be totally used for Daddy every day. So I'm talking to myself out loud with that one, that I need to start taking vacations. And part of it is spend more time with the boys too. But I got to start taking vacations so I can. But so that's one of the things where I never say I don't have time. I just have to say I need to make time. But you have to have that time to do the things you need to do and delegate. Like you don't have to do everything. I'm used to working like that with Daddy every day, that I try to do everything myself. One, I think in the beginning it was because I wasn't sure, so I was scared of getting others involved. But now it's more, this is what I want to do. And then when you invite others, you invite their opinions as well. And part of me is like, I don't want anyone trying to take me away from this. If I say I'm trying to go to the moon, I want people to like, dang, how much we gonna put in on gas on that? That's the mindset. I want people like, well, shoot, I know where we can get some steel and some seats for the aircraft. Like, I want people like that. So that's part of my fear of not why I don't engage in bringing a lot of people in and to helping me with this. But I have to be able to delegate some things so that I can get even more done. Communicate and collaborate. That's where I am now with Daddy Everyday. I need to be more vocal, and I need to get more people involved. Like, I'm truly am there where if I want to really do this, I need to get the input of others. I need to find out from you guys, what are the best ways to seek out donations? Like, who's like someone's ad that you've seen that you've donated simply off the ad. Like, you don't even know them and you donate because of whether maybe it's the cause, maybe it was just the way they delivered it and all that type of stuff. That's the type of feedback I need to so that I can craft my communication with the world as far as raising funds and just making people aware of Daddy Every Day. That's the other thing. I need to make people aware of Daddy Every Day. That's the communication part, because a lot of that, like as far as me trying to get support, will work itself out if I just communicate and get the word out there about Daddy Every Day. There's people who don't know about it. There's people who know me who don't know I'm an author. Like, people I work with have no idea I'm an author. There's people out there that I work with that have no idea that I have a nonprofit. Like, hell, I probably have friends that really don't know. So that's on me. That's like, in the beginning, and I'll be completely transparent. In the beginning, I was upset thinking I should have more support from my friends and family. Well, I won't say family. My family's totally been down. But for my friends. But then I started to realize, did I properly communicate to them? Some people don't support something that doesn't directly affect them. Like, I'm doing something on fatherhood. So if you are a female and no kids or anything, that has nothing, you're not connected to it. So I have to be mindful of that, or craft my communication about Daddy Every Day is how this can still affect you, how me doing Daddy Every Day can still affect someone who doesn't even have kids. So that's one thing I have to work on. And the last little bit of tip before I get back into the chat and then start sharing my 90-day challenge that I told you guys on the previous episode. Take care of yourself. This is the whole oxygen mask in the airplane. You can't save the world if you can't breathe. You have to make sure you're taking care of it. That's why they tell you, put yours on first before you try to help someone else. And I am in such a better space mentally, I think, I'm sure, physically, except for my knees, to now take on the task of growing Daddy Every Day and really like getting out there in the community and helping others. I'm better now. Like, I think there's been times where I wasn't my best, and it's kind of hard to really be driven in Daddy Every Day if I'm just not feeling my best. So, like, I'm really, really good. But just like everybody else, you still have your ups and downs because that's just life. So, but I'm really good right now, and I'm trying to take better care of myself. That's why I make sure I do my checkups with my doctor. I can't say I'm trying to eat right, but I am conscious of it. So, like, I try to get some fruits and vegetables in and stuff like that. And then doing things that keep me motivated, keep me alive, so I don't feel like I'm just grinding every day. So I take moments to have fun. I take moments, like I say on every episode, and I'll say on every episode, that's why I play Madden with Kendrick. That's why, like me and Dylan watching Bluey together, those are those moments where I unplug from everything and I'm completely relaxed. I'm enjoying the moment because most of the time I'm on my laptop, my phone, and my iPad, like trying to watch a movie and those type things. So it's important to have moments where you're just in the moment. Like I'm just watching a movie. I'm just enjoying a good meal, that kind of thing. But all right, now I got that. So let me go in this chat before I get into some other things. What we got going on? Oh, got some lengthy stuff in here. All right. All right, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to read some goals. I know you guys can see it, so I'm going to glance over because if I'm going to sit here and read, I don't want to just read and be quiet. Love her enough. CEO, my goal is getting opportunities to step out on faith and more events, implementing programs within my local school district and these young girls and young ladies within the community. Yes. So and so your goal mirrors what my goals is. Just exchange young girls and young ladies with father and men. So that's my goal, is to get out there to start doing more stuff like that. For the new school year, like, so now's the time for me to start getting in with schools so that I can have things rolled out in the next school year. So that's my, like, maybe a daddy every day adopts 3 schools or something. So those are the schools I work with because I can't work the whole school district, but as we grow, that's the plan. So from Ovi, my mother and her younger brother passed away due to heart failure. She was 31. Wow, and he was 46. I am currently 31 now. So it's kind of scary to think about. So we are in the same similar situation. I'm at that age where my mom passed of heart problems, and I still really don't know truly all her issues. So like, and I have high blood pressure, so I take medication. So to be honest, that's one of my biggest fears is something medically happening to me. Like I'm hoping, and trying to do what I can to get to 50 and above, because I still got a lot more to instill in my boys. I got a lot more that I personally want to do. So taking care of your health is a major thing. Like it's really serious. Like I don't even think I went to the doctors in my 20s, to be honest. I don't remember. I don't even remember having insurance and stuff. If I was sick, I just stayed home, had NyQuil, things like that. So, but health is a big deal to me now. Like I am very conscious of it. And it's my boys too that make me really health conscious in my approach and just like how I live my life. I'm definitely not reckless like I was in my 20s. So, but I mean, those unfortunate things that happen to us in life, like the passing of our loved ones, we should use those moments to motivate us to do better. A lot of us just think about the past and leave it at that. No, how can I use it? And everything is a learning lesson that we have to now try to use to make us better people. So like a lot of times when I think about my mom, which I think about her every day in some form or fashion, is something. Mainly my living room, and I was thinking, this is why my mom didn't let us play in the living room. Every day when I see that living room, courtesy of Dylan, I think this is why she didn't let us play in the living room. I wish she was here so I can tell her. This is, I get it now. I totally get it. So thank you for sharing that. But yeah, I thank you guys for jumping in the chat, really, and being transparent too. This is how we grow. It's just by putting out there, especially like around trusted people. Like there should be nobody that you trust that don't know your dreams and goals. Like you have to put it out there. And my mindset, and since the day Kendrick was born, has been my legacy mindset. Like all I think about, like the books, it's crazy because this podcast, you think about it, years from now, like my great grandkids, I won't be here for the great whatever number that I'm sure I won't still be here for, will be able to see who I was. Like this podcast will allow them to see what kind of man I was, to hear my voice, to know the good I've done. Books or that are like in libraries and things like that. Like that's amazing to me. Like I can touch people that I'll never see or meet. I'll be long gone, but what I'm doing can continue. Whether the boys keep the Daddy Everyday going as they get older, but this is something that will be established and that can grow itself. And that's big to me. Like that's how I think. And also I think I try to be a good man because I want my boys to be, good men as well. But I want them to think of me in that fashion. I want them to think of like my dad was a good man. My dad is a good man, that kind of thing. So like the way I am is reinforced by my boys. I like, for those that know me way before my boys, they can attest this is how I've been. Like I was talking to my super producer, Big Lat, like the way I am when we interact, he said I've always been that way. But like some of the things is just reinforced that keeps me this way. Because, life will throw stuff at you and it'll change you. Don't let life change you. If you're a good person with a good heart, don't let life throw you off and make you like, I know for me, so many times I didn't want to be the person I am in a sense. And this is one of the things I battled with. Like, I wish I had a cold heart because I feel it'll keep my heart from being hurt if I was that way. But I'm doing so much good. Like even when I'm at my day gig, when I take the time and I speak to someone, but I just don't keep walking, I say, hi, how you doing? Like engaged like that. Like it makes some people's day. And I've been told like I was having a rough day till you just stop by with a smile and just tell how I truly care, like how they're doing. And I want them to have a good day. So if you're a good person, stay that way. And I keep saying if you're a good person, because if you're not, then you probably do need to change. The world needs more good people in it. Like there's a lot of good people out there, but we need more. You can never have enough good people in the world. So we definitely need more to definitely help balance out those that are not. So thank you guys once again for sharing. If anybody else want to put their goal, like just a goal that you want, it doesn't even have to be real big because, you got to start small sometimes to get up to the big thing. But one of the things I wanted to mention to you guys was my 90-day challenge. And I forget what day I started. I have it written down on my notebook. But so I started a 90-day challenge to get a lot of the stuff that I'm still doing with Daddy every day done that probably should have been done forever ago, like truly, so that I can really just focus on the fundraising. But my challenge for everyone that's here, and I challenge you to put it out there to others, is to start your own 90-day challenge. And if you start today, just start today, because I'm going to list out some of the things that are in my 90-day challenge to help you put yours together. But if you start your 90-day challenge today, if today is day one for your 90-day challenge, July 23rd, 2024 will be 90 days. And I promise you, if you start today, July 23rd, 2024, you will be better off in those 90 days than you would have been better off for the entire 2024. I promise you, because you'll be more driven, more intentional every day. Like, I think that's the key word right there, intentional. Like, we have plans to do stuff, but until you're intentional, which means taking action, you're not going to accomplish much. Like, I can tell you that I'm pretty sure there's people who've like thought about losing weight last year, but they never challenged themselves to get started. Had a conversation with someone about they've been starting the gym ever since the beginning of the year and haven't got in the gym yet, you have to be intentional. Start today, July 23rd. You will be so much better off. Like if you start today, like, all right, let me go ahead and sign up for a membership today. Let between now, it's Thursday, and Sunday, you actually go to the gym. You will already be better off than you were the first 4 months of the year, basically. So that's the whole challenge with the whole 90 days is getting you going. So quickly, because time is going by fast. So some of the things I put in my 90-day challenge. The biggest one is getting the funds to open the center. So like in the next day, like, and really like probably not the whole thing, which would be great. That's my goal, is to try to get the whole thing to get the center open. But if I go for these 90 days, really start getting the funds coming in, I can start opening the door. I mean, I can get in the door of the building. And then it'll be that grassroots kind of thing as far as like furnishing and all that type of stuff. But getting the keys to the door is a big start. Even if we started in there with just folding chairs kind of thing, but just getting in there. So securing the funds for that. Stepping my board of directors game up. There's some people that I want on board. I need to go ahead and get the packages together and step to them. Like, so I'm going to redo my Daddy Everyday shop, the bookstore, and then my daddyeverydayclothing.com. I'm going to merge those two together because it makes no sense that you have to go to two different shops, two different online stores to buy merchandise, clothing, and then to buy the books. So the goal is to put those together. Another one I have is Giving Tuesday, where every Tuesday seeking out donations. So I'm going to, flyers and things like that. So you're going to be seeing me promoting Giving Tuesday. Corporate sponsorships. I've got the letters ready and all that stuff. Now it's time to start stepping to these corporations to get sponsorship for Daddy Every Day. I know this is needed in the community. That's the one thing I keep hearing. This is needed. And I know it's needed. Like, this is why the Lord put it on my heart to do. So now I got to stop playing small ball and go out there and get this money. One of the things I completed was the text service. So for you guys that, got the text today, that was one of my things to go ahead and get done. Should have did that forever ago. My book. So I have 3 books that are on my heart. And once something's on my heart, I cannot shake it. So I'm working on 3 books at the same damn time. Like, seriously, I'm working on 3 different books. And the biggest thing is I'm going to do it on my own imprint. Not like, shout out to Amazon. I know people criticize Amazon. It has been nothing but a pleasure working with them. And I will continue to work with them with my books. But it will be under KDB Publishing. My next 3 books will be under my own imprint. I'm excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the titles to go ahead and get you guys thinking about what I have coming out. One book is called The Black Family Legacy, a prelude to generational growth, or generational greatness, excuse me. So I've all these books are probably in the 60 to 70% done. But, still working on it. And I did some graphics. So if you want to see the graphics, either text me, the personal text, hit me in my DMs, and I'll show you guys the graphic. These are mocks that I did. I'm going to get professionals to actually do the covers, but these are mocks of my vision of what I want the book to look like. So if you guys are kind enough to join me on my chat, to watch me every week, I want to give you guys more of me. The other book is I Love You, Black Man. That's why I got this book for you. And then the third book is Bonding Behind Bars, a guide to strengthening parent-child relationship during incarceration. One book would have been enough to work on. But these are the Black family legacy thing has been on my mind for the longest because I told you have a legacy mindset. So that's been quite the adventure, doing the research for that book. And all of them have a special place in my heart. So I'm going to drop all of them. I have no set date yet. It will be close to the fall, probably be the fall when I drop them. I want to have a big event, like nothing like I did with my previous books. I want to do big, and it'll be great if I can have a launch party for these books in the Daddy Everyday Community Resource Center. So got a lot of work ahead of me. So I've already established KDB Publishing is an official company. Got my EIN number and all that type stuff. Website's not built, but got that domain. Got my email address. So it's happening kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. But I want to share with you guys, what I got going on. So it's a lot of layers to this whole Daddy Everyday thing. So giving you guys a look behind the curtain. So you guys see me here rambling and stuff. You see my posts and stuff, but what I'm really doing behind the scenes is a lot. So I definitely want to share that with you guys. My sister Tamiko, make sure you say that. I challenge myself to be consistent drinking water. Each few months, I increase the amount of how much I drink every day. That's good. That's good. People don't realize the importance of drinking water. Here's the crazy thing about water for me. When I drink, if I wake up in the morning to get ready for the day gig, or just even on my off day, if I drink a bottle of water first thing, I feel amazing. Why don't I do it every day? I don't know. I drink water. I mean, I can still drink more. I'm sure I should be drinking more, but I don't understand why I just don't do that every day. It makes me feel so great in the morning. So I don't know why I don't do that. So I got to get that mindset too. I need to have that bottle. And I drink room temperature water. So I literally can have that bottle sitting right there on my nightstand, and it'd be the first thing I do. When I sit on the edge of the bed and do that old man rubbing my knees before I get up, I can just drink my bottle of water. So that's good. Definitely get on that as far as your water. Working out. I see that's what you want to do. You want to work out 3 to 4 more days a week, and consistently drink at least 40 ounces of water. Yeah, those are doable. You got to, with the water thing, get you a container and 40 ounces, and then carry that, which I see a lot of people do that. That's an excellent idea, so that you can drink at any time. If you're having to wait till you get to a certain point to drink water, you may not be in the mood for water. But if you're always carrying it around, you get a little thirsty, sip on that. The working out, which is something I want to do as well, is about finding what's a good time. I need set times. If I didn't have a set time to shoot this show, if it was just up in the air, I probably wouldn't be doing this show. But by having a set time, it makes me plan for it. It's the same thing with work. That's why I couldn't do I tried doing the gig life stuff, the Uber and things like that. But working my own, doing it when I felt like it, most times I didn't feel like it. So having set times that you do things will really help, because then you will schedule other stuff around it instead of letting that other stuff stop you from working out, that type thing. So I definitely say do that. So find set times. So I want to work out too. I'm pretty sure there's others too that want to get into working out and things like that. We should hold each other accountable. So next episode, you guys tune in. For all those, even if you didn't put it in here, if working out's your thing, mine too. We're going to check back in a week from now to see who hit the gym. And you don't even have to go to the gym. A lot of exercises you can do straight from home, like push-ups, jumping jacks, that stuff. Walks, not the leisurely walks, the walks that get your heart pumping, those type of things. We can do that. That's free. So you don't even have to necessarily join a gym. Some people are motivated by going to a gym. I think going to the gym is good in a sense because it puts you around people that are motivated. So that gets you going. Like, and if you go to the gym, chances are you're going to do something. So, like, you put yourself in a space to motivate you. And that's one of the things that I need to do with my business. I need to be going to, like, I'm a part of the Henry County Chamber of Commerce, but I'm probably like the least seen member of all times. Like, I don't know when the last time I've been there. Like, and they have events pretty much almost every week, every other week, that type thing. So I just need to be more proactive, looking at the schedule ahead of time, taking vacation for the events that would occur during my shift, at the day gig. So I need to be more intentional in that sense of, all right, so next month they got this going on, but it's in the morning, request a day off so I can go to it. Because that's always been my excuse. Like, a lot of the stuff they'll have is morning time and I'm at work. So that's a challenge for myself, is to look at next month's agenda for the Henry County Chamber of Commerce and get out there. Get out there. They have networking parties once a month. It's been years since I've been to one. I suck at networking because I got to get better. Like these are things, like, I'm aware of it. So once you're aware of something, it's on you to improve. So, like, if you see anything in your life that you are aware, like, it's different when you don't know. But once you're aware, you have to make those changes. So that's my challenge to myself, is to get out there and network more. Who knows? Like, I could go to one of these networking functions, put out there what I'm doing with Daddy Every Day. And these are the business owners. They would probably line up. Who knows? A corporate sponsor may be sitting right there. So I don't know that until I get myself out there. So that's one of the things about getting yourself out there. So for, at least I know for right now, me and my sister, we're going to check back in to see who's doing what as far as working out. Yeah, I feel great taking walks too. That's the crazy thing. I need to do it more. I need to start running too, because I need to get my cardio up as well. So I know you guys see me now and think, oh, he looks so fit. But yeah, I could probably use some more cardio in my life, a little bit more strength training and things like that. But let me make sure I don't have anything else pressing that I want to drop on you guys. Hour is almost over. I can never say enough how thankful I am to you guys for tuning in every week. I look forward to this. It's such a major difference than a year ago when I first started. I feel great doing this, and talked about so let me let you guys in more. I'm not a singer or rapper. I'm not an athlete, so I won't be winning no Super Bowls. I won't be receiving no Grammys. But here's a unique award that I've wanted for most of my life. And this is before I even got into the Daddy Everyday space, nonprofit space. I wanted this award, and I don't know why. And maybe it was on my heart before I even had the vision of what may potentially get me there. Is I want to win the Nobel Peace Prize. I've never heard anyone say that that's what they strive for, but I truly want to receive that or work towards it. Like, I'm not going to cry if I don't, your favorite artist may have never received the Grammy, but they still go hard. So that's how I feel. Like, I want to, because when you do that, you're affecting the world. And that's what I want Daddy Everyday to do. I want to have to eventually transcribe my books into Chinese and all that types of, like, because I've sold books in other countries. So that's one of the things, like, amazing, that I'm doing my thing here and I'm playing small ball, but I've been able to reach the UK, China, and things like that. So no more small ball. So if I want to change the world, I can't keep quiet in my own little community. So that's part of my 90-day challenge. Once I get those small things, little things here and there out the way, and I can focus truly on the big things, I'm telling you, amazing things are going to happen. And I'm excited. Like, that's what keeps me going. Like, anytime I start feeling down or anything, them knucklehead boys of mine bring my spirits up. Someone gives me a kind word to keep me motivated. And they don't realize that's what they're doing. So that's why I always try to be kind to people, because you never know who needs that. Like, a lot of people see me as that person to lift spirits, but sometimes I need my own spirit lifted. So if you ever said anything encouraging to me, I thank you for that. I thank you for everyone who jumps in and watch me every Thursday, like I'm the Cosby Show back in the 80s. Like, that was must-see TV every Thursday. So I thank you guys for letting me take up your time. Like, now I'm doing hour-long episodes, and you guys are tuning in. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. But does not get you out the hook. I need some 90-day challenges. So I know a lot of you guys have my personal number. Text me what you plan on. Ultimate goal for your 90-day challenge. I need to see some goals. Like always, follow me on Instagram. You can DM me your goals. Follow me on Instagram, daddyeveryday. Check out my website, daddyeveryday.org. What else I got? And let me give y'all that. For those that are not part of that text line, or you want to share with others, tell them to text JOIN, JOIN, to 770-706-3780. Tell them to join to get this information. Next week's episode is going to be special. You'll get the flyer and promo for that a little later. Thanks again to Gina at Specially Made Gifts for You _ on Instagram for this Big Papa Everyday. If you get it, Big Papa Everyday, Daddy Everyday. You'll catch it later. But so thank you for that. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's my hour. Shout out to Big, that's my favorite MC of all time. I still listen to him, and I'm still like just amazed. So that's it, guys. Dream big, think big, and then act. That's the other part. Just don't dream it, act on it. All right? That's my time. See you guys later. You guys, I really appreciate you guys jumping in there like that. Yep. All right. I got to go to the gym. Damn. Yeah.